Yeah, so today's video is going to be a tutorial for this look, and this is kind of a fun, playful, I could not do like a Halloween look in December. This is my grandma who got ran over, or at least stepped on by a reindeer. For those of you who don't know, that's a like Christmas song, which is like grandma got ran over by a reindeer. I forget how it goes, but it's really funny. Yeah, so I decided to do like a reindeer print on grandma. So it's a little bit of an old age makeup, very simple bruising, which is like, this is a horrible bruise that I did really quickly, but yeah, if you guys want to know how to do it, then just stay tuned and here's the tutorial. So the main thing to do kind of an old age makeup, it's really quite simple. I'm doing it more like a theatrical sort of side instead of doing it more realistic. One thing you can do if you want to make sort of really realistic wrinkles is to not drop your palettes all over the floor, no, is to take a little bit of liquid latex, and what you want to do is you want to stretch the skin and then apply like a very thin layer and let it dry, and that's going to naturally create wrinkles like where you would already have wrinkles. It's fun. I'm going to do it just a very simple, take a brown eyeliner. This is really quick. So what you want to do literally is look like an idiot. So you can see that I did it on this side. So you want to just scrunch up your face in like every possible way. I definitely am gonna get these wrinkles here and those, because those are where the majority of my frowning takes place. So then you want to just scrunch up your forehead and do some in like all your expression lines. And trust me, this is like super depressing when you do this, because you're like, oh god, why? So then, yeah, you basically just want to look like a complete fool for a while. And then also, be sure to do your laugh lines. Okay, so then once you have kind of the basic sort of lines drawn, what I like to do is take just a cosmetic sponge, like one of these, and then go in and kind of pat it down so that it's a lot less obvious. Then you basically just want to blend it out so that you can't really even see it, so that it's not like, oh hey, you just drew on your face like an idiot. Okay, so then another thing that I did is I kind of added a little bit of jowls, because I know I'm going to get that, because I do have big cheeks. So what I did was I just kind of drew right under that kind of fatty part of my cheek, just kind of connects it to my laugh line, and basically just added in a little bit of shading kind of there. Okay, so then once you have that kind of basic line on like such, then the next thing I did is I just took a fluffy brush and I went into a little bit of gray eyeshadow and a little bit of brown, and I kind of put that kind of right in here to make my eyelid look a little bit more sunken in. Okay, and then the thing that really makes this is just I took a kind of NYX jumbo eyeshadow pencil and I just dragged this backwards through my eyebrows. And then also just don't forget any kind of like little lip lines. I'm a little bit hard to do this because I have big lips naturally, but okay, so that kind of finishes up your sort of grandma look, like if I had a white wig on, you know, stuff like that. So now I'm going to do the fun part, which is making grandma look like she got run over. Okay, so now to add a little bit of morbidness to this, you can also add age spots to this makeup, which is what I did on this side. And basically those are just kind of like dark spots of pigment, kind of like oversized freckles essentially. So those are going to be a little bit darker than the other wrinkles and stuff. So again, all you need for this is basically like a white eyeliner and a black, like a brown eyeliner. It's pretty simple to do. Old age makeup, so I need to not have three so I don't look like Mr. Burns. Okay, so then once that's on, then I'm going to do the reindeer. And so what I like to do is I just kind of googled reindeer foot, or reindeer tracks, I guess. And so I'm using this, which is a bruise wheel. So there's like very dark, bruisey kind of colors. So I'm going to go ahead and take the kind of like blood reddy kind of color. And just, I'm using a brush, but you can use your fingers if you want. And I'm going to map out just kind of the shape of a reindeer hoof. And then they also have these little kind of like back hoof section things that are like right here. They kind of look like that. So then once you have that kind of basic bruise on is when you can add a little bit of the red and a little bit of this greeny color, which really makes it look like they got ran over. So then I'm gonna add some bruising around the eye. Okay, so then once you get it to kind of what you like, you can make it as gory as whatever as you want. That kind of wraps up my finished look. And also too, if you want to do something a little bit to your hair just for the sake of pictures, you can, this is my like go-to trick, take a little bit of baby powder and put this through your hair. It's not going to do anything to your hair besides like absorb oil. So it can make your hair look a little bit white, at least for picture's sake. Okay, so that's kind of the wrapped up look. Yeah, so I hope you guys kind of enjoy this, and until my next video, I'll talk to all you soon.